It's fine. When I get a little bit of a headache, I start to get one guide more because I'm not using my brain as much. Okay, what is this? When developers just say no. What is this?
You know, one of the most damaging phrases to blight modern media has got to be, I need to see myself reflected in this.
I'm letting cook.
Because it gives rise to some of the most ridiculous nonsense the human mind can conceive of. A small village in a medieval fantasy show set in a northern European climate. Clearly it has to be an ethnic and cultural melting pot of diversity with absolute—
I think the inverse also, like, shouldn't be fucking true. Like, if it's a medieval story that's, like, set in Africa, it has to be set properly for me to feel immersed. The same thing with games. Like, if it's bad script writing and it's not realistic to, like, let's say it's the 16th century and they start talking like they're in the 1980s, I think that's fucking stupid. You have to, like, be at least semi-realistic, unless that's the whole point of your story.
No explanation for how these wildly different races of people all ended up in the same exact place.
That doesn't make sense.
A biographical drama about the Tudors set in 16th century England? Well, Anne Boleyn is black now. Don't question it, just accept it.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Queen!
A video game that allows you to have an intimate romantic scene with a bear? Sure, why not? Because everyone needs to see themselves reflected in media.
Man, some people would not catch that as sarcasm. He's being fucking sarcastic. There's people that are fucking into this shit. Fucking a bear.
So it's kind of refreshing when every once in a while a company will turn around and proudly declare, no, you don't, you fucking narcissistic child.
Dude.
You don't need to see—
That is really cool. It looks realistic.
Yourself represented in everything, because believe it or not, the entire world and all the teeming multitude of stories and legends and characters that inhabit it don't revolve entirely around you. You're not that important. If you need to see yourself reflected that badly, go look in a fucking mirror. Now, I'll admit I'm paraphrasing slightly here, but that was very much the case with the developers of Knight's Path, a low-fantasy medieval RPG that's currently in development on Steam. The kind of low-budget game that's made by a small but passionate team of developers who probably don't have huge resources at their disposal, but actually believe in the product they're making, instead of some monolithic quadruple A developer with thousands of manically depressed programmers toiling away on 18-hour days on something they hate. You know, kind of like what gaming used to be before it was dominated by 3 or 4 mega corporations churning out generic overpriced crap. Anyway.
Well, that's what they want to do. They want to churn it out so they can acquire even more studios and become even more powerful. We love core buzz. We love core buzz. Yeah, dude. It's a Polish game. There's plenty of Polish studios that do really well.
Our tale begins about a week ago when the
She's fucking pretty. You know what she reminds me of? What's her name? Fucking, oh my god, woman. No, not woman. no, not Sydney Sweeney. What's that character from Game of Thrones? When it gets, the one everyone wants to pork. Gosh darn it, it keeps eluding to me. Not Daenerys. The one that's all hoity. The one that get blown up in the tower. Not the tower, the fucking... No, not Sansa. Natalie Dormer! Yes, that one. Yes, Marjorie. Gosh, I couldn't remember what her name was. Yes, Marjorie Tyrell. It kind of reminds me of her.
Developers proudly showcased Amelie, one of the female characters that you've got the option of romancing in the game.
She's very pretty.
And much to the shock of everyone, she was actually attractive.
No way!
I mean, that in itself is a fucking miracle in a modern game made by a Western developer, but let's not get hung up on that quite yet. It was around this time when one particular user posed the ultimate question: will there be representation for the entire rainbow of diversity in your romantic options for this game?
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
If it doesn't fit, who cares? Why are you... There are so many there's so many other games where you can go and enjoy that if that's your thing. Fucking Baldur's Gate, you could be fucking gay in it. You could be a bear. Just go play that. It's a good game.
Fuck. Now, before we go on,
everyone on any side of the fucking aisle fucking likes that shit. Dude, they liked Baldur's Gate 3. A standing ovation, game of the year. Like, nobody fucking batted an eye because it was a good game.
100% sure this is just a parody account that was having a bit of playful fun at the expense of the modern audience. But it was the simple, blunt, beautifully honest response from the devs that really made the headlines. And in that moment, dear viewer, a legend was born. I mean, the usual suspects took it...
If it fits the story, people will not care. They will overlook it. They will do what they want. Also, let game devs be game devs and stop making them not do what they want to do.
About as well as you might imagine. But then, and this is the important part, so pay attention, 007, they were never going to buy the game in the first place. Because they don't care about supporting small developers or uplifting independent games or even playing video games in general. They never did. People like that care about one thing and one thing only. Attention. Stuff like this is nothing but performative activism masquerading as concern trolling. You can look at Twitter as a game developer and take things with a grain of salt. I do look at what people say on Twitter about me sometimes, but you can't take everything at face value just because it has a lot of fucking likes on it. Like, how many likes did this get? The post about asking if there's gonna be LGBTQ? That's a lot of likes. But you're allowed to respond and say no. Put your foot down if that's what you want to do. At the end of the day, it's your fucking game. Do what you want to fucking do. Cater to the audience or cater to yourself. Media to force companies, studios...
Sorry, I think I might have skipped a little bit. Oh god, not again.
Because they don't care about supporting small developers or uplifting independent games or even
I want to look at the likes. No, I understand, but I'm saying there was a good amount of people that Reddit brained. They liked the post to get attention for the game devs. There's fucking 4,000 people like that shit.
In video games in general. They never did. People like that care about one thing and one thing only. Attention. Stuff like this is nothing but performative activism masquerading as concern trolling, emotional blackmail in the guise of moral panic, throwing their imaginary toys out of the pram on social media to force companies, studios...
And they're not gonna play it, and that's okay. If this game isn't Unreal Engine 5 slop, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks good so far, and I like the gameplay. Like, it looks very realistic. If the dialogue is cool, there's an underlying story, and it's not just more slop, I'll fucking play it. This doesn't look like UE5. I don't know. I thought it did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Developers and celebrities to bend over backwards for them, to waste millions of dollars catering to their ever-changing whims and demands, to ignore and even alienate the vast majority of the actual audience who just want fucking entertainment. It's been a losing strategy for years, and I think people are starting to realize that now. And believe it or not, this door absolutely swings both
fucking nerds in my chat. Yes, you're right. It is a wyvern.
Both ways. I don't need to see myself reflected in every piece of media I consume either, because I'm not a narcissistic moron who demands constant validation for
No, I don't. I actually like playing games just because of if it's a character that's good. I played Kingdom Come Deliverance, and the whole point of the story is it's a dude. It's a dude. I didn't directly relate to it, but I can have empathetic moments where it's like, what if I was born in like the 14th century and I had to run away from the castle and no story spoilers, but basically like you get invaded and you run away and it sucks. And I was thinking like, what if that happened to me? What if I was a chick that's stuck there? What if I was born a dude and I had to defend myself from like the invaders? I don't know. I think there's like a element of like emotional IQ and not sympathy, empathy, like putting yourself into someone else's shoes.
every part of my life. If I play a game where the protagonist happens to be a black wheelchair-bound lesbian, I absolutely don't care as long as the game is good and the character is someone I care about.
That's what I fucking said. I know people are gonna hate me for bringing this up, but World of Warcraft in its most recent expansion included a main character in the main story that is a black woman who has no arm, and she has no eye. I think like one of her eyes is like fucked up. She lost it in battle or something. I didn't think she was an interesting character, and then the whole time she was being condescending in one of the zones where she's talking to one of the main characters called Anduin, who's going through a hard time, and the entire dialogue there is like, you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, young man. And I'm just sitting here like, why couldn't you have written this in a cooler way? Maybe she talks about how she lost her eye in like a terrible fucking war. Maybe there's a cutscene. It just didn't feel very convincing to me. And then the whole thing was about her like being disabled, and it's going through, she's going through way worse times than him. It's like, but you don't know what he's going through. His mental is shot. Like, he did some horrible shit. It's not a good character. They could have done way better than her. And then the whole time you're criticizing the character itself, people default to saying, "Oh, well, you're racist. That's why you don't like her character. You don't like it because she's a black woman." It's like, that's not why. She's just a fucking bad character. That's literally it. Play the game. You'll see what I mean.
I don't need them to look like me. Why do you think Lara Croft, Jill Valentine...
People love these characters. They love playing them. Nobody fucking complained when they fucking made the game. Back in the 90s and the 2000s.
Lee Everett, Aerith Gainsborough, and Barrett Wallace are some of my favourite characters ever.
Cool.
Actually, while I'm ranting, for fuck's sake, Capcom,
Shiva.
bring Shiva back into the Resident Evil series, will you? It's been like 17 years already. My point, though, is that not every group, demographic,
cool
niche, and subculture needs to be represented in
Shiva or
every
Shiva?
story
I
ever
think it's
told.
Shiva, isn't it?
Sometimes the time and place don't allow for it. Sometimes there isn't enough resources to cater for every possible combination, and sometimes they're just not fucking needed. Storytelling doesn't work that way, and neither do human beings. Okay. As people, we're more than just the color of our skin, what we have between our legs, or who we like to bump uglies with.
My brother fucking saw Blade. The original Blade movie. When did that come out? Original Blade movie release date. When did that come out? Oh my god, dude. Google, please. March 2002. First Blade movie came out in 1998. I think he saw the second one. Or was it the third one? I don't know. At any rate, it was the early 2000s. My brother begged my parents for a trench coat. And they did end up getting him one for Christmas. And it was like a proper one, right? Do you think my brother cared that the fucking guy in it was black? Do you really think he cared? No, because the character was well written. You don't think about that kind of shit because you're not some dumbass who does. You like him because he's fucking badass. He slew everyone. He was fucking cool doing it the whole time. Nobody brought it up. Yeah, his swords and guns. It was dope as fuck. My brother got a trench coat because of that. Like, nobody cared. It's just a cool character.
Yeah, some people feel the need to make those things their entire personality because most of the time they've got nothing else to fall back on, but those people, luckily, are few and far between. They just happen to have a very loud and obnoxious voice online, and they don't represent the vast majority of the audience. So go ahead and make your game Knight's Path. Make it the way you want to make it. Don't bow to social media pressure or modern audiences, and let the real audience be your judge. Maybe other gaming...
The real audience being gamers who can relate to any form of good video game storytelling and good gameplay. A mix of both is great. One or the other is fine. I think there's people who can overlook bad storytelling if the gameplay is amazing. There's many examples like that. But there's also people can overlook good storytelling if it's just a really cool character and you can just get behind the whole like premise of the story. Or sorry, the premise of the actual game.
Companies could stand to follow your leads.
Y'all are just quality slop enjoyers. I gotta bring up that meme. Hold on. I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
Quality
Go away now.
Meme. I need to show you guys this. Where is it? Ah! Post slop. Yeah, this one. I found it. Dude. I saw this on a Twitter post the other day.
This is just quality slop. You only like it because it's good.
Wait, what? You only like it because it's good. Okay. What? Slop has lost its meaning. Check their tweets. Sure. What is it called again? Knight's Path. That's a Pirate Nation. After the LGBT community got upset about this game not containing agendas, Knight's Path gained 100,000 wish lists in just 16 days since the Steam page went live. Holy shit. That's insane. This went fucking viral too. 200k fucking views. There's another one? Oh, it's their account. Holy. This is aura farming for sure. We're truly speechless. 200,000 wish lists is beyond anything we imagined. Thank you for your support, your trust, and for believing in this journey with us. I will say this is excellent for them, considering someone said that they said that it was developed by 2 Czech people from fucking the Czech Republic, I think that's the country. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is ignorant. It's 4 dudes. Anyway, it's a small indie company. Czechia? Is that what they say? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm an ignorant American. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's good for them. Like, fuck them. Fuck them, dude. Fuck all the people that are hating on it. Let people make a good game. I'll be the judge of that. If it's a good game, good story, has some decent gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. 100k and then what is it, 3 days later? Yeah, I understand. It doubled in wish lists, yeah.